Hello, welcome back to 1001 Beers You Must Try Before You Die. We're still on our odyssey of beers I obtained at a beer shop in Switzerland. We are going once again to Germany. First brewed in 1991, it is 5%, and it is Störtebeker Schwarzbier, which is basically something like a black lager type
Is
thing.
it Schwarz? I think the Germans say
Schwarzbier.
Schwarzbier.
Schwarz. Which is I really like the logo.
Yeah,
The design. I think it's really
good. The front is nice, isn't it? And I said it reminded me a little bit of the
Victory at Sea.
Victory at Sea.
Yeah.
It's just mainly just because of the seafaring theme.
Yes, I think that's really smart.
It's a nice picture.
There's a few things to unpack on that label. Let's come back to that. Shall we? Do you want to crack it open? And
yeah, you can do.
But there's a few things I want to talk about on the design. So coffee brown, slightly hazy with a cream coloured head on the nose. Caramel and roasted aromas with hints of cocoa. On the palate, a smooth first taste builds up to a rich body of coffee, chocolate and roasted flavours supported by a modest bitterness. Velvety finish with roasted notes. We don't think the bottle is charged, but we're going to see how we get on. Doesn't look like it, does it?
No, I don't think there is any charging. No, it's not charged. So
I
think that
one,
that's about right.
Yeah, it's fine. That's good. That's always as much as I don't mind secondary fermentation. Actually, it does make this a little bit. Means you get stingy amounts sometimes.
Yeah, you can normally tell on the pour, can't you? It wasn't bubbling up hugely, so
yeah. So that's proper dark. Actually, it's darker than in the book. The book one is a lot lighter, and that might again, but that might be
the glass.
That might be that backlighting,
and also it's very thin on the bottom of that glass that they use. Where
that's true.
We've got a bulbous bottom.
So I'll talk about things that actually let's just let that breathe a minute. Let's talk about this. So I really like the North School kind of theme of it. It's got this sort of ship logo here. I like this kind of like industrial branding up here. Where it basically says a bit about it. It's got 3 chocolate coins, but it says 3 times gold chocolate coins.
We haven't had a chocolate coin for a long time.
No, we haven't. So
can we see what the chocolate coin is?
No, it's so small.
It's another illegible chocolate coin.
Europa Meister 2010.
No, okay, that's legible,
but just.
Compared to some of the others, that is actually legible.
Just
2010. I think, boys, it's 2010 was a long time ago now. Yeah. 2010. It's 2025 now.
Yeah,
I think it's probably time to retire the chocolate coin there.
But I do really like the design. I think that's quite smart.
Yeah,
and it's nice in the one in the book. I think that it's.
Let's show the one from the book so people have got an idea.
So that's the one from the book there.
I think they're both quite nice.
Yeah, I like this one a bit more. It's like they basically modernised it.
I think that
they've essentially gone for the same idea, but they've modernised it.
That one's got like a 1990s vibe to it. I suppose they've gone for the more modern look, which will in itself not look modern in 20 years' time, I guess.
And there's lots of good things to tell you about the name. So when we get into it, but let's have a smell first.
Smells absolutely Schwarzbeery.
Yeah, it does.
Absolute Schwarz.
Yeah. Absolute farts.
Yeah. Nice. A little bit of chocolate on the nose.
I'm looking forward to this. Right. Cheers. That's good. That ticks the box.
Yeah.
It's a black lager. You know, it smells stronger than it is.
Yes.
Much lighter on the taste, but it is good.
Yeah, it's light. Flavours are relatively, again, very German. The flavours are subtle, but it's a well brewed beer.
Yes.
It's a little bit of it's malty, lightly chocolate. It's not overly chocolatey. It's sessionable. I think that one.
The brewery is called Stralsunder. They named the black lager after Germany's medieval buccaneer Klaus Störtebeker, or Becker, who fought the merchants of the Hanseatic League in the North and Baltic Seas around 1400. Ooh. There is another reason. The last name of this mysterious figure is said to derive from the Low German idiom for gulping down a jar of alcohol.
Fair enough.
So very cool.
I quite like that one.
Very cool. I like that. In the 19th century, this brewery became the main purveyor to the Baltic seaside resorts. And after World War II, East Germany nationalised the company.
Of course they did.
After reunification, the brewery got modernised, and this was one of the first sort of new styles that they brewed after reunification, which is why it's 1991, the first brew.
Right.
It says it's malty but not sweet, offers roasted but not burnt notes, but slight bitterness but not harsh. It says the beer is wonderfully balanced. I would agree with that. It is very well balanced.
Balanced is the key. Yeah, it's very lightly bitter. I wouldn't really say it's particularly bitter.
No. It does say it's not really bitter.
It's not really roasty. It's toasty more than roasty. It's a nice mellow beer,
and it's unfiltered, which gives contributes to the rounded taste.
Yeah.
It says so. It says it uses organically grown aroma hops to bring in a spicy but smooth bitterness.
I think it's the kind of beer that if you had somebody who hadn't tried a Schwarz before, or I don't like dark beers because they only think they've only ever had like one sip of Guinness when they were 15 and didn't like it. This would be an excellent intro beer. It's got all the characteristics without scaring any horses.
I'm always a bit sad that we don't have more dark lagers in the UK, because I think it's a wonderful style.
It's just never been a thing here, because I suppose you had the old school stouts and porters
and milds.
Yes, of course.
I suppose the mild is kind of the dark mild is probably the biggest competitor in terms of like a thinner dark beer.
Well, it would have been the way things were done, because here it was done through casking and various things. So I suppose the mild was what took off. And this is I guess it's the German equivalent of mild.
I suppose so. Well, maybe. I think it's got a slightly better reputation, but
well, I don't know. Mild used to have a good reputation. It depends where you got the mild from, of course.
That's true.
It developed a bad reputation in Britain.
That is true.
But a good mild is an extremely nice drink.
Does 0 Degree still do a dark lager?
I've not been in for a long time.
There's a little brew pub in Reading called 0 Degrees that has a few outlets. They used to do a really nice dark lager. Whether they still do it or not, I don't know. I don't think they do, actually.
I don't know.
It is an unusual beer style to find in the UK. Is a dark lager or a Schwarzbier.
Yeah,
but I like it. I've always liked. I always think it's a nice idea.
Yeah, it is. It's a decent little beer. This one, I think, can't argue.
Yep. Very happy. Would if someone said, "Do you want one of these?" I'd be like, "Yes, please." Yes, I'd happily have this again. It's. I think you were right. This would be a great intro beer to dark lagers. If someone said, "Do you want to try dark lager?" This would be the one you want them to have. Because this would be like the one that's like not challenging, but it's just very. I'm
going to go back to what I said. I think this is the German equivalent of a mild. I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Although it is 5%.
Well, you can get so Hughes.
That's true.
There's a few. Mild is a generic term as opposed to a very specific type term.
That's true.
But I digress, and we're up to 8 minutes.
Yes, right. We'll leave it there. Like, comment, subscribe. See you for another beer review in the future. Goodbye.
Bye.